If you are over 55 and live with constant aching joint pain, if you are dependent on painkillers and over-the-counter remedies just to make it through the day, then listen closely. I want you to forget the lie that chronic pain is just an inevitable part of aging. That is simply not true. The pain you feel is not the real problem. It is only a warning sign. It is the smoke. The true problem is the fire raging inside your body. It is chronic inflammation, silently and aggressively destroying the protective cartilage in your knees, hips, and hands. Right now, studies show that over 80% of individuals over the age of 60 are living with this destructive internal fire. And what are the quick fixes offering you? A temporary mask. A pill that dulls the sensation, but does absolutely nothing to put out the fire. You deserve more than dependency. You deserve a permanent, powerful solution. The pharmaceutical industry wants you to believe you need their complex chemicals, but science proves your body already possesses the natural defense system it needs. You just need to know how to activate it. I'm here to tell you that you don't have to choose between constant joint pain and lifelong pill dependency. The inflammation that causes your joint pain is a fire you can put out, not just smoke you have to mask. We are going to put out that fire by deploying 6 simple, scientifically backed, kitchen-ready compounds that act as natural anti-inflammatory firefighters, restoring your independence. These 6 foods are not supplements. They are whole food medicines that target the root cause of inflammation. They give you back control. Watch until the end. Because the last food on this list is the single most powerful natural compound for protecting your fragile cartilage. The root cause, the true cost of chronic inflammation. You need to understand what is causing the fire so you can target it. When we talk about chronic inflammation, we are talking about a microscopic battle happening inside your joints. It's not just wear and tear, it's an aggressive chemical process. The key aggressors here are 2 molecules, NF-kB and COX-2. Think of NF-kB, nuclear factor kappa-B, as the master switch for inflammation. When this switch is flipped on by poor diet or stress, it signals the body to release a flood of destructive chemicals called cytokines. These cytokines are the heat and flame of the fire. They cause the swelling, the stiffness, and the dull, constant ache you feel every morning. They are actively attacking your cartilage, the protective cushion that prevents bone from rubbing against bone. The painkiller you take might block some of the downstream pain signals, like COX-2 inhibitors, but it leaves the NF-kB switch, the root cause, still flipped on. That's why the pain always comes back. The real cost of this chemical war is enormous. The chronic pain leads to reduced mobility. Reduced mobility leads to fear of movement. Fear of movement leads to dependency on others. That dependency is what strips away your freedom and your quality of life. You spend thousands of dollars annually on treatments, but the real cost is the lost independence. The inability to play with your grandchildren or simply stand up from a chair without wincing. To reclaim your life, you must stop the inflammation at its source. You must flip the NF-kB switch off. And the quickest, safest way to do that is through your food. Before we dive into the 6 firefighters, a quick warning. You must stop fueling the fire. The chronic inflammation is often triggered by what you are eating right now. If you are serious about reversing joint pain, you must stop consuming refined sugar, highly processed vegetable oils, and refined white flour products. These are the 3 worst fuel sources for your internal inflammation fire. Now, let's deploy the firefighters. Food 1. Fatty fish, the foundational omega. The first weapon in your arsenal is the foundational omega. This is cold water, fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. The powerhouse compound here is omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. For decades, we have called these essential fatty acids, but their role in joint health goes far beyond simply being essential. Omega-3s act as powerful biological lubricants for your cellular machinery. They literally change the chemistry of your cells. When you consistently consume EPA and DHA, These compounds integrate into your cell membranes. Once there, they aggressively reduce the production of those flame-throwing cytokines we discussed earlier. Clinical research has repeatedly shown that high intake of omega-3s can significantly reduce the pain and stiffness associated with chronic joint inflammation. Think of your joints as an old, rusty machine. These omega-3s are the premium synthetic oil that stops the rust and keeps the gears running smoothly. They don't just reduce pain, they address the chemical pathways that trigger the destructive process. I believe this is the foundational defense against joint degeneration. I recommend incorporating fatty fish into your diet at least 2 to 3 times per week. Food 2. Turmeric, the curcumin tactic. Next, we move into the spice rack for one of the most powerful, natural anti-inflammatories ever discovered: turmeric. The active compound here is curcumin. Curcumin is the yellow pigment that gives turmeric its intense color. But its true power is invisible. Curcumin is, according to extensive research, one of the most potent NF-kB inhibitors found in nature. Remember NF-kB, the master switch for inflammation? Curcumin directly intervenes to block that signal. This means it is targeting the inflammation fire at the very beginning of the chain reaction. This is why the data is so compelling. Studies comparing high-dose curcumin extracts to certain prescription medications used for joint discomfort have shown equivalent efficacy in reducing pain and improving mobility. Think about that for a moment. A simple, ancient root spice, when consumed correctly, can offer the same level of anti-inflammatory protection as complex modern drugs. This is true food medicine. However, curcumin has a major flaw. It is notoriously difficult for your body to absorb. If you just sprinkle turmeric powder onto your food, you might be missing out on most of the benefit. The key to unlocking its power is one simple trick. Always consume turmeric with a pinch of black pepper. Black pepper contains piperine, a compound that enhances curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. That is how you turn a simple spice into a truly therapeutic compound. Food 3. Ginger, the ibuprofen alternative. Now for the third natural firefighter, ginger. Ginger has been used for centuries to soothe upset stomachs, but its role as a joint pain reliever is phenomenal. The active compounds in ginger, known as gingerols and shogaols, are chemically similar to the anti-inflammatory agents found in non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or NSAIDs, like ibuprofen. Forget ibuprofen. Ginger offers the same pain-reducing action without the side effects that can wreak havoc on your stomach lining, your liver, and your kidneys. The mechanism is simple, yet effective. Gingerols aggressively inhibit the same pain-producing pathways that ibuprofen targets. Specifically, they block the production of prostaglandins, which are the local hormone-like substances responsible for causing localized pain and swelling at the site of inflammation. A systematic review of studies showed that ginger consumption consistently reduced pain in individuals with osteoarthritis. This is a functional action. It is a natural painkiller that actually helps to manage the inflammation at the same time. For simple daily application, I recommend adding fresh grated ginger to hot tea or mixing it into your morning smoothie. This small daily dose is a massive step toward ending dependency on short-term fixes. Food 4. Berries, the anthocyanin cartilage shield. The fourth firefighter is a favorite among the elderly and a powerful defender of your cartilage. Berries. Specifically, dark-colored berries like blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries. The secret compounds here are anthocyanins. These are the powerful flavonoids responsible for the deep purple, red, and blue colors of the fruit. Why do these colors matter? They signal a massive presence of antioxidants. If chronic inflammation is a fire, then oxidative stress is the intense smoke that smothers and damages your joints. This oxidative stress is what causes your cartilage to literally break down and decay over time. Anthocyanins act as the antioxidant shield. They aggressively neutralize the free radicals and reactive oxygen species that are damaging your cartilage cells. When you consume berries, you are not just getting a tasty snack. You are deploying a direct line of defense against the silent cellular damage that leads to bone-on-bone friction. The insight here is to recognize that the real loss of independence comes from the loss of cartilage. These berries help preserve that cushion, giving you the longevity of movement you desire. Make it a habit. 1 cup of mixed berries every day. It is a delicious, affordable, and scientifically verified defense. Food 5. Olive oil, Ibuprofen, the liquid gold blocker. For the 5th ingredient, we turn to the Mediterranean diet staple, extra virgin olive oil, or EVOO. But not just any olive oil, it must be extra virgin and high quality. The critical compound in high-quality EVOO is oleocanthal. Oleocanthal is so effective at reducing inflammation that it shares chemical similarities with ibuprofen. This is literally your liquid gold blocker. How does it work? Similar to NSAIDs, oleocanthal operates as a natural inhibitor of the COX-1 and COX-2 enzymes. Remember how those enzymes contribute to the pain and swelling signal? Oleocanthal blocks them at the source, preventing the widespread signal that initiates pain. However, here's a critical distinction you must understand. When oleocanthal inhibits COX-1 and COX-2, it does so naturally, without the severe gastrointestinal side effects associated with pharmaceutical inhibitors. This is the key to food medicine: powerful action without destructive consequence. You need to know how to identify quality EVOO. The bitter, peppery taste at the back of your throat when you consume good EVOO is the oleocanthal at work. If your olive oil tastes bland, it likely lacks the therapeutic doses of this compound. Use high-quality extra virgin olive oil in your dressings, or simply take a tablespoon a day to actively block the inflammation signal. Food 6. Broccoli, the sulforaphane defender. We have reached the 6th, and perhaps most crucial, firefighter: broccoli. Specifically, the powerful compound known as sulforaphane. Sulforaphane is a sulfur-rich compound found in cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cabbage, and sprouts. Why is this so important for joint pain? Sulforaphane does something truly unique. It has been proven to directly suppress the cartilage-destroying enzymes that break down the joint tissue. While other foods fight the fire, inflammation, or the smoke, oxidative stress, sulforaphane tackles the actual demolition crew. It works by directly blocking the pathways that release those destructive enzymes. In clinical terms, it protects you from the very mechanism of joint degeneration. For those concerned about long-term mobility and avoiding that devastating loss of independence, broccoli is your essential daily defender. But like curcumin, the power of sulforaphane must be unlocked. The compound is released when you chop or chew the vegetable, as it requires an internal enzyme called myrosinase to maximize sulforaphane. Chop your broccoli 10 minutes before cooking or eating it. This brief air exposure allows the crucial enzyme reaction to occur, multiplying the anti-inflammatory benefit. Conclusion: the independence promise and flight to freedom. We have armed you with the knowledge to stop treating the smoke and start extinguishing the fire. You no longer need to feel powerless against chronic joint pain or fearful of lifelong pill dependency. You have the power to deploy 6 scientifically backed, kitchen-ready anti-inflammatory firefighters. Fatty fish, deploying the foundational omega-3s. Turmeric, flipping off the NF-kB master switch. Ginger, acting as your natural pain-relieving alternative. Berries, shielding your cartilage from corrosive oxidative stress. Extra virgin olive oil, blocking the pain signals with liquid gold oleocanthal. And broccoli, the ultimate sulforaphane defender against cartilage destruction. This is the path to regaining your active, pain-free independence. This is the promise of self-control over your health. It's time to take control of your plate and reclaim your life. I challenge you to begin incorporating these 6 foods this week. Think about the one daily activity joint pain prevents you from doing, whether it is gardening, taking a walk, or simply bending down. Which of these 6 kitchen medicines will you commit to deploying first to finally regain that independence? Share your commitment in the comments below. But before you start adding these powerful fighters, you must stop fueling the fire. You must identify the foods in your current diet that are actively triggering chronic inflammation and making your joint pain worse. To find out the 3 worst health foods you need to throw out today, click on the video now showing on your screen. It is a crucial next step on your flight to freedom. This content is for informational purposes only and is not intended to replace professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult with a qualified healthcare provider before making changes to your diet, starting any new treatment, or discontinuing any medication.